Water Commissioners meeting called to order at 6 P.M. on October 3rd, 2024. Roll call. Dave Mesler, Commissioner, present.
Commissioner John Kane present.
Randy Brown, DPW Director, is present. You can start.
Earl Wagner, DPW Office Manager, present.
Good. Public comment? Do we have any? Is there anyone in the waiting room?
No. Nobody waiting.
Hearing no public comment, when we're reviewing the minutes, we're gonna table. So that gets back next month. Elderly rate applications, we have one. Meets all the requirements.
I will make a motion to accept the single elderly rate application.
I'll second it. All in favor?
John Kane, yes.
Dave Mesler, aye. Okay. The monthly commitments, do we have any more?
I think across from Nadine's office, yep.
We have July, August, and September.
Okay. We
And the
can,
other one too.
while doing this, we can move on to the DPW Director's report.
So first item is, you met Beryl today. She started as our new office manager on September 16th, so this is week 3. So far, so good. And Christy has been helping Beryl out a couple hours each day to help get her up to speed. Our next big push is water bills. So once we get through the water bills next week, Chrissy will be back to full time as. The next item here is about a lead service line inventory. We've been talking about this probably for almost a year now. So we have a report due to DEP in October, and we've done a lot of investigations so far. Going through all of our service cards. There have been basement inspections, so those that we've asked residents to submit information on, others that we've done ourselves through our consultant. Then also, we have also performed some vacuum excavations. So we got some stats here to share with you. We have a total of 2,772 water services. And so far, we have not identified any lead services. That's good. That's a good thing. However, there are 25 that are galvanized steel. And so galvanized steel does have traces of lead in it. And per the new lead and copper rule, galvanized lines must be replaced as if they were a lead line. So I think most of these were identified through a records review, through a service card. So those 25 galvanized service lines, we still need to do some more investigation work, whether it's getting information from the homeowner or doing another vacuum excavation to identify the material. And we got to put eyes on it before we can roll it out as a non-lead line. So that's something we have to do moving forward. There are 1,618 services that are unknown. And so the way DEP is approaching this program is if it's unknown, it's assumed to be lead. Now, I think it's highly unlikely that if any are lead, but until we can put eyes on it, or we can rule it out through what's called a predictive modeling effort, we have to assume that they are lead. That's DEP's policy. So when we submit this report in October, we have to identify these unknowns, and these unknowns plus the 25 that are galvanized, we have to send up a notice to each property owner telling them basically what the findings of our investigation is so far, and that they may require more follow-up investigations. There are also 1,129 non-lead lines. A lot of these were flagged or identified as non-lead just because of the age of the house when it was built. Anything built after 1987 is considered no lead. So all the new homes, off South Long Yard Road, all those are post, 1990 installs. That's a big number of the 1,129 that are non-lead. So in order to kind of move forward, I did note that we have a report due to DEP in October. That's not the end of it. So we still have to identify the unknowns, and we still have to replace anything that's lead or galvanized. And so what we have an opportunity as a DEP to submit an amendment to their original contract to do more investigations and basically do more basement inspections and do more vacuum excavations. This is all, DEP is putting, I'm gonna say tens of millions of dollars into this program. Every community is going through it. You know, the numbers that we see here are not out of line of what other communities are finding. You know, a lot of the records unfortunately aren't great. They have some information, but not exactly what we're looking for. So until we get that, you know, put the eyeballs on these service lines. They are considered to be unknown. And that requires further investigations. Now, there is a predictive modeling effort that Time and Bond is doing, so if we get enough data built into the program, we can make assumptions based on the age of unknown properties. We know maybe when the house was built, you know, there's information, you know, but we know other houses that were built in the same timeline are non-lead. Other houses in the neighborhood also may be non-lead. So based on that predictive modeling effort, if we can get to 95% confidence that it is non-lead, then DEP will accept that as a non-lead line. So we really need to get more information to input into the model. Because otherwise, if we don't, and we don't know the material, then we're gonna have to basically dig it up and excavate it and replace. And that's gonna be more and more costly. So there is an item later on the agenda about the amendment that we got from Time and Bond to do that work. I do know that this program is being funded through the Mass DEP. What's it called?
Drinking water program.
Yeah,
revolving
drinking
fund.
state revolving fund, thank you, yeah. They put tens of millions of dollars in this program. I know those funds are running out, so, but there's still money available for more work. And I imagine most other communities are also gonna be requesting more money as they submit these reports and identify where more needs are. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Item 3, water restrictions. We did implement them on September 9th due to low levels in the Russell River. And they were lifted on October 1st. That's in accordance with a permit. As of October 1st, there's no longer a need for water restrictions. Beryl and Christie are working on our water bills for the April 1 to September 30th bill cycle. They should be expected to be mailed out in mid to late October. Item 5, Bungalow Street is under construction. Caracas Construction is a contractor. They are replacing the water main as well as doing other work with drainage and drainage and sewer lines. The new water main is in, it was tested, chlorinated, and starting next week, the contractor will start replacing services to the new water main. Item 6, we performed our yearly lead and copper samples, which included taking samples from 20 houses plus schools and daycares. All the levels came back below any reporting levels, any action levels. We did send notices to all the property owners with the location for the results. And item 7, if you remember, we got a grant from DEP to do some skate upgrades. And with that, we replaced the PLC, which is basically the brains of our SCADA system. System was old, it was outdated, it had basically you couldn't find replacement parts for it. And it was also outdated. So as part of a cybersecurity program, we were able to upgrade that PLC. And so that's mostly done at this point. Our consultant has a little bit of more work to do next week, but that's pretty much done. And then item 8 is Jeff Vitavelli, our backhoe inspector, is continuing all of his backhoe inspections. So he does a big round in the spring and then does another round of inspections in the fall. And the next page, it says our work order summary. Since our last meeting.
The shut-offs, those were,
So
So how many
two
actually-
currently shut off, so.
okay, so out of the 188, we only had to end up shutting off 2.
That remain off. So we did
Okay.
the 188 or so shut off letters. We had to follow the 93 door knockers, and then I think we shut off 3 of them.
Okay.
One of them paid after we shut off. So
Okay.
the 2 remain, and these 2 that are shut off, they are vacant properties.
Okay.
So,
So that's working, actually going out and doing it, yeah.
oh yeah. Yep, I forget how much, I don't know if you know, Beryl, how much we had in delinquent, the dollar amount. It was tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah, I mean, just the minimum charge times
Yeah.
200.
Yeah. So we do it every year, usually in the late summer. That's the timeline when we do the shut off process, and we coordinate that work with the treasurer collector's office as well. So, yeah, it's a good program. Any other questions?
Is that, this 136 South Long Yard, is that the same spot on the hill that keeps leaking, or is that different?
I don't know. I'd have to defer to Kevin on that one.
Yeah, I wonder if we have to dig that one out again, it might be,
There was one in South Longer, we had to put another sleeve on earlier this year.
yeah, I don't know if it was that same.
I don't.
That one, I think that one's one. I think that might be a little further up the road before you get to that. Yeah, that one's different.
Okay.
Never mind.
Old business? Let's see now. You have any old business? Well,
I have nothing, no.
how about new business?
Well, the lead service line inventory amendment request that's in your packet. So Italian Bond put together a scope to do more vacuum excavation and basement inspections. And basically, the way they do it is, by number of days, so I think it's 10 days of vacuum excavations. And I think maybe 10 more days of basement inspections. Should be.
I'm not thinking their proposal was stated what they were gonna do.
Was there more pages in this, Bill? Do you have the original? I think this cut off every other page and everything.
No, I probably have the full packet. That can be for everyone.
Mhm. So, apologize for that. So there is,
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, so I think that's it. Of this, of the application itself.
it was, let's see if I can find it on my phone here.
Here I have it, in my email, and I can share
Let
it too soon.
me put on the Zoom here.
Mhm.
It's basically doing, they did this work over the summer. And, obviously we need more data. So I think for the predictive modeling efforts, we need to put physical eyeballs on 180 more services. Whether that's through basement inspections or vacuum excavations. And this proposal will get us 180 plus eyeballs on those lead service lines. It seems like a lot. It's just the way the program is.
It's a lot,
The program is
it's a
written.
huge money grab. But
I know one of the conditions of the program is it has to be percent of program money has to go to MBE, WB communities or businesses, which does not help for the price.
There we go.
think about 400,000, we only have 2,000 services.
Yeah,
It's like dollars per service, you might as well just send a DPW around, go look at them.
well, if you can get
I know,
eyeball,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well, they know the paperwork side, I guess.
So
but-
if you scroll down,
Mhm.
Daryl, this is the amendment,
Mhm. It's
there was a scope.
Yes.
Yeah, starting right here.
Mhm.
So task 1.21 is if you scroll down just a little bit
Mhm.
further. That's the predictive modeling effort we talked about, is trying to get, once the data is collected, putting it into the model. 1.2.2 base inspection, so 5 days of base inspections. So what we'll do is we'll put flyers out, we'll send postcards and notices to property owners. We'll do a PR blast, asking people to sign up, like we did over the summer, sign up for an appointment to come in and do an inspection. Time Bond will coordinate that with their consultant, and try to, stack these inspections back to back. And they'll try to target certain neighborhoods, one day to maximize their efficiency. And then the vacuum excavation, so 24 days of vacuum excavations. So when we did the first round, I think we had 10 days, and their progress was about 8 to 12 a day, depending on soil conditions, if they encountered rock, if they had to, dig down a couple times to find the service. So that's the progress that we're gonna get for the vacuum excavations. But it's a lot better than having to dig up the whole road and identify the material like that. And then all that goes into basically the modeling effort. That task item 4 is just the program management inventory. I think that's it.
Mm.
So that's the schedule, that's the scope of work. Schedule, this work will be done most likely next year. I tell you, every other community is going through this whole process right now. There's only so many MBWBs around, so they're tied up with other communities, and we just kind of wait our turn until they're available to work on our project. So there's no the definite timeline when this needs to be done, but I expect it'll be done sometime next year. And the fee, $181,000, $181,200 for those efforts.
That we should just vacuum excavate every single one on our own. It'd be cheaper. It's crazy, but hey, it is what it is.
Cheap just to replace them all.
Right? I mean, if you can do 8 a day and they're a couple $100 a piece. I mean, it's just huge money grab,
Yeah,
but that's Massachusetts. Do we want to wait for Ed or?
I would ask that you authorize this today if you could, just because I know the dollars to the program will run out at some point, and I don't want to wait if we can avoid that.
what's the odds that we're gonna get into this and then the state's gonna just say, oh, sorry, we got no money? Like they've done before. Once we get the funds secured, they're gonna.
Yeah, when do we get the funds? Because we're paying the invoices. When do we get reimbursed?
We resubmit for reimbursement every month.
Okay,
So we're paying out, but then we're reimbursing it, within 30 days.
so we'll know the most would be a month, and they're like, oh, hey, we don't have any more grant money left.
So it's in our best
Well-
interest just to keep going until they run out of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we sign off, assuming we sign off on this. The money's allocated to the town. It's not gonna go away. But at one point, they will say, sorry, we're out of money to the next community that they ask for funds. So we don't want to be that first one, or, be on that list where we're asking too late for the request.
And then this next round will complete the survey, right? Is that,
That's the plan, yeah, the survey. And then now the next step is to, okay, those 25 potentially galvanized or in the leaded service lines. The next step is, okay, now we're on a timeline to replace all those. And I think it's 10% a year we have to replace.
Okay.
So we have 25, assuming that's worst case, that's manageable, right? Other communities, they may have hundreds or thousands of them. So those communities are probably gonna be requesting more money through the same program to replace, 100 service lines at a time. And if we're talking, 2 or 3 or 4 a year, we just may do that through our budget. That's a discussion we'll have to make at that time, just once we have that idea how many exactly we have to do.
do we know if there is gonna be grants to do the replacement?
Yeah, there is now, and this is DP's probably number one priority right now. Like I said, they're funneling tens of millions of dollars every year in this program. I don't see it stopping.
Yeah.
So every service line has been identified and replaced as, non-lead.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting reimbursed for it, so I might as well spend the state money.
Yeah, it's not gonna come to us, it's gonna go to someone else.
And we're already into it. So I mean, what do we do? Stop halfway and then it's on us regardless.
Mhm.
So
All right, I have a motion.
I'll make a motion to to send the application to the select board with our approval. For the the amended request from Time Bond for the lead service line inventory.
I second. All in favor?
John Kane, yes?
Dave Meswar, aye.
I think, yeah, select board have to be involved, they're technically, the grant goes to the select board. And that's just their role in the process, so they will be meeting on Monday, I'll pass along the actions of your board tonight. And then ask that they authorize the chair to sign the application.
Any other new business?
Nothing for me.
No, none for me. All right, next meeting date? It's gonna be the first week of November, so I'm gonna be gone.
The 7th is our normal. Are you out that week, Dave? Is that you're talking for saying?
Yeah. November. Yeah, I'm leaving on the fifth and I'm coming back on that following Sunday.
We could go to the 21st if you want.
Yeah, I'll probably be good on the 21st.
That'll actually be good. We'll have bills out by right around the 21st of October. Bills will do 30 days, if there is any abatement requests, they have to be in by the time bills are due, so.
Yeah,
if
no,
we
the
get any-
28th
if
is
we get any
Thanksgiving.
abatements,
So.
we can hear them on that meeting on the 21st of November.
So 21st, 6 o'clock. All right. We have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second. All in favor?
John Kane, yes?
Dave Meswar, aye. Aye.